Whew. It's very cold today, but I'm gonna warm you up with some hot piece of gear, just after the intro. What's up guys, Dan Forlani here and welcome back to a new video. What do I talk about today? Well, I start from the beginning. When we think of the Canon EOS R and how awesome it is, we can't help but think that there is something like some limitations. One of which is the fact that when we shoot in 4K, there is a huge crop. I believe it's a 1.74 crop, which is huge. So let's say when we use a 50mm, when we shoot in 4K, we have to multiply that times 1.74, and the field of view we get in 4K would be like an 87mm, and that's pretty harsh, isn't it? So that will rule out the possibility of you shooting in 4K using the Nifty 50 if you don't have a huge studio. But I just got something that we can use with the Canon EOS R and EF lenses that will enable me to shoot in 4K with much less of a crop. What is it? It's a speed booster by Viltrox. Well, my first impression is that it looks pretty similar to the speed booster for the Canon M50. This one, almost no difference, besides the fact that this new one for the Canon EOS R is a tiny little bit bigger. Let's put it back. If we compare it to the regular adapter, the Canon to adapt EF and EFS lenses on the Canon EOS R, it's more or less the same size. And it has a small tripod mount here. If you don't need it, you can take it off. In the box you even find the little wrench here to take it off, unscrew it and take it off. What is a speed booster? Well, I'm not gonna go into very technical details. To make it short, it does two things. It increases the field of view. I don't know how, for me it's like magic, it just happens. And it makes the lens faster, letting more light in. So, for example, when we use the Canon EOS R with this speed booster and any EF lens, it multiplies its focal length times 0.71. And that is why, as I said earlier, with this adapter slash speed booster, we can use the Nifty 50 EF in 4K and it would not look like an 87 or 90mm, but rather more like a 60mm or something like that, which is pretty close to 50. So we will be able to use the Canon EOS R with the Nifty 50 indoors in a small studio in 4K. Okay, so now, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you the Nifty 50 with a regular adapter in 1080, then I'm gonna put it in 4K, and then I'm gonna show you the same lens, but with the speed booster. 1 second. And this is the Canon EOS R with the EF 50mm f1.8, the Nifty 50, and the regular Canon adapter with which you can use EF and EFS lenses on the Canon EOS R. But this adapter doesn't solve the problem of the crop in 4K, because right now I'm shooting in 1080, and look at it 4K. And this is 4K. As I mentioned, this crop is pretty harsh. It crops times 1.74. So this Nifty 50 50mm now actually has the field of view of 90mm or something like that. Very close to 90. Now we'll see what happens when we use the Viltrox speed booster. Now, and here it is. The Canon EOS R with the EF 50mm f1.8, the Nifty 50, with the Viltrox speed booster in 4K. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think about it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the like button. Currently aperture f1.8, it eliminates the crop issue almost completely. Alright, so what do you think about it? Leave a comment down below, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And check the links in the description to see all my gear stuff and things, my gear, including this awesome speed booster. It was actually designed for cinema cameras like the C70, which has an R mount. But of course, we can use the speed booster also on any R mount camera, such as the Canon EOS R, R5, R6 and so on. We can use it also in 1080, but I wouldn't do that. Yes, you can shoot also in 1080, so you take advantage of the full frame, but the speed booster multiplies that times 0.71. It's just a 50mm on a full frame. You can't get any wider than that, so we get all this vignette. So in 1080, where there is no crop, you don't really need a speed booster. But in 4K, it looks like the problem of the huge crop is solved. What do you think? Again, leave a comment down below, let me know. There is another thing, as I mentioned, that happens when we use a speed booster, is that it increases the aperture, the maximum aperture of the lens. In this case, I used it with the EF 50mm f1.8. When we use the Viltrox speed booster, we can go down to f1.2. Okay, now aperture f1.8, I'm gonna go to f1.2. Now aperture f1.2. Well, this is just awesome. I would like to hear from you. In a few words, the Viltrox mount adapter EF-R3 0.71 for its price is a steal. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.